Hello everyone, I'm back with another YouTube podcast video, and today I'm going to talk about Baddies Season 4, Episode 16, called Jamaica Me Crazy. Before I get started with this video, I want you guys to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This episode starts off with all of the women arriving to Jamaica, and both of the houses are big and beautiful. All the girls were there except Suki and T, and it was revealed later on in this episode that T is no longer going to be on the show due to a family emergency. Once the girls arrive to their houses, the two separate houses, they talk about different things. The Natalie crew, they talk about what happened at the at the dinner in New York. And E.T. felt like Suki was playing both sides, but Suki isn't there to really defend herself. What else happened? It wasn't a lot of highlights that occurred during this episode. The most that happened during this episode was the issue with Smiley getting sick, but we'll get to that later. In the house where Camilla is, Anna apologizes to Smiley for trying to fight her in New York, and they make up, so they let bygones be bygones. And Anna also mentions how Suki was trying to kick the girls out of the house, but not necessarily kick them out the house. Suki was voicing her opinion on who she felt like needed to go home, and she called out Anna, Camilla, and I think Suki also called out Sky and said that those three needed to go home, but they obviously didn't go home because they're still there on the show. Let's see what else happened. We can go ahead and talk about what happened with Smiley because that's like the most that occurred during this episode. Sky notices that Smiley is drinking more than usual, and all of a sudden Smiley, she ends up on the floor, and Tasiki automatically thinks that Smiley is faking. And because Tasiki is a part of the group that think that Smiley wasn't telling the truth or wasn't being honest about having a miscarriage. So she thinks that she's faking being sick now. The girls are in Ocho Rico's, and the women notice that Smiley hasn't gotten out of the vehicle yet. And I'm talking about Natalie's crew. The crew that Smiley was with knew that she didn't get out the vehicle because the producers and the camera crew, they were there helping out with Smiley, but Natalie's crew notices that Smiley hasn't gotten out of the vehicle. They're all worried about her. Sky, she goes back and she tries to help Smiley, but all of a sudden Smiley starts to vomit, and Sky doesn't want to get any vomit on her, so like Sky pushes Smiley's face with her hand, and then Smiley almost falls out of the vehicle. The producers are trying to help Smiley out. Sky's trying to help Smiley out. Natalie, she was trying to help out. Natalie's telling her to put her feet on the ground, drink some water, sit up. Smiley isn't being coherent. Smiley also starts asking for her son, and one of the producers asks, like, what's your son's name? She's not able to answer. And it was revealed that Smiley only had 4 shots, but still, that doesn't mean, just because someone just had 4 shots, like, you never know how someone's going to react to liquor. And just like Sky mentioned, they've never seen her drunk before. So, like, who knows, like, how that alcohol could have impacted Smiley. It was nice that most of the girls were showing empathy and trying to help to the best of their ability, but there were some girls that thought that she was faking and they weren't showing a lot of sympathy. They felt embarrassed. And yeah, so, and especially Tasiki, because she kept on yelling out that she's faking. And even in the promo for when the Baddies went to Jamaica, we see that Tasiki said that Smiley put her finger down her throat, so she's faking it. But like I mentioned in a previous video, that doesn't mean that she was necessarily faking. Like, she could have been trying to get some of the alcohol out of her system, but we weren't there. Like, the cast and crew saw more than we saw. And like in the preview for next episode, it seems as though everyone's gonna be mad at Smiley because it was revealed that once she got to the hospital, all of a sudden she was okay, and she wasn't doing all that she was doing before she went to the hospital. And we see that E.T. pours a bottle of water on top of Smiley's head. That was disrespectful. We see that Scotty and Natalie gets into it, and we see that Suki and Rolly, they have a physical altercation. Scotty and Natalie, they're also going to have a physical altercation as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing how this storyline is going to play out. Do you guys think that Smiley was faking it, or do you think that she was actually sick? Because if she was faking it, like, that's one good actor. But that's all that I have to say for this episode. It wasn't a lot of highlights that occurred, like I had mentioned earlier in this video. The only thing that really took place during this episode was Smiley being sick. But thank you guys for tuning in to this video. Make sure to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye-bye.